All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the January 25th Governing Board meeting for the Glendale Elementary School District. Please let the minutes show that we have all 5 board members present and accounted for. Ms. Segato Jones, are there any changes to the agenda this evening?
Good evening, President Martinez, members of the board. No, there aren't.
All right, with that, is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Second.
All right, Mr. Jaramillo, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Wilson, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Mantell, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Bartels, how do you vote?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you. Please join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Ms. Segato Jones, are there any calls to the public this evening?
President Martinez, members of the board. No, there are not.
Okay. Moving on to special recognition, the Kiwanis Student of the Month. Ms. Segato Jones, if you would.
Yes, President Martinez, members of the board, if we can step down, we'll do that. We have Mr. Patrick Kaiser with us. He's the president of Kiwanis, and he will begin that presentation for us.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick Kaiser. I am the president of the Kiwanis Club of Glendale. Tonight, I am here to recognize the Kiwanis Club of Glendale Superintendent Student of the Month for the month of January 2024. The reason that this award is so special is that this student has been chosen by the superintendent for their hard work, passion for helping others, and helping to make our community a better place. This month's winner is Vidi Salgado Olayo. Vidi is a 6th grade student at Harold W. Smith School. She has proven that she is trustworthy as well as compassionate. We see this play out in her service and leadership around campus. In class, Vidi takes initiative when it comes to assisting her teachers by cleaning up and organizing curriculum and motivating other students to join her in doing the same. She makes sure things are orderly for the next day and can often be found serving as a peer tutor during partner and group work. During the first semester, Vidi spent time tutoring kindergarten and 1st grade students on their foundational reading skills. We asked the 1st grade teacher that Vidi supported to describe the impact that she had on students and their learning. Mrs. Mejia said Vidi was instrumental in helping many of the students reach their reading goals for the quarter 2. She always came in prepared to help the students assigned to her, and my students really enjoyed the one-on-one time that she provided. After school, Vidi serves as a junior aide, where she is responsible for campus organization, beautification, and running supply orders to classroom teachers. She is always kind, focused, asking teachers how she can support them, and works quickly on the tasks they ask her to complete. The Smith staff recognizes the time and dedication that Vidi puts forth into her education, as well as the success of the campus as a whole. Vidi goes above and beyond to ensure that every student and staff member at Smith feels welcomed and prepared for success. Congratulations. We have a certificate to recognize your hard work and a $50 gift card from the Kiwanis Club of Glendale to congratulate you and encourage you to keep up the good work. For anyone who would like to learn more about the good work of the Kiwanis Club of Glendale, go to our new website at KiwanisClubOfGlendale.com or follow us on Facebook at Kiwanis Club of Glendale AZ. Or you can join us for lunch every Wednesday at Manuel's at 55th Avenue in Peoria. Thanks to all of us from the Kiwanis Club of Glendale. And as a Chiefs fan, the last thing I have to say is go Chiefs.
Vidi, she's going to present it. Let's have your family come up, okay? Congratulations. Very proud of you. Can we have family come up, please? And Smith family as well. Let's get family. Patrick, you want to stand by her as the Kiwanis person? Yeah, let's get her here. Great.
Widescreen.
Okay, let's just do family then. Family, 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 family. Got it? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Next, we're going to begin with our Just Because, and our Just Because, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, is every month we randomly select an employee and a student. We just put everybody's employee and everybody's student's name into the computer base. We push the button and it gives me a student, it gives me an employee, and we just want to say thank you for choosing GSD, and Just Because, we like to recognize you. So we have our winners for January. And Mateo, will you please come up? Come on. How are you? Do you remember me? And I came and saw you. Yeah? Cutest little thing. Did you bring some family with you like I told you? Can you tell them to come up? Come on up, family. Did you spend your gift card yet? No? Okay. He did? Oh. Mateo, Mom says you spend it. You're going to have to try to earn another one now. Okay, I told you that when you came, I was going to have some more surprises for you, right? Okay, so we have, Mateo, I'm over here. You're the cutest thing. We have chocolate, we have crayons, and we have, look what Board Member Jaramillo has. That's a yard sign, okay? So you're going to go home and you're going to put that in your yard, all right? What time do you go to bed? Sometimes, well, tonight you can't go to bed until about 9 or 10 because after this meeting, that means I probably bet you get to stay up later tonight. I'm going to come by and honk. You run outside, hold the sign, and wave at me, okay? And then I'll put you on Twitter. Sound okay? All right. We'll work it out with your parents, your family. How's that? All right? But if I don't see you and you fall asleep, that's okay, all right? But put it in your yard. We're very proud of you. And thank you for being a wonderful kindergarten student at Landmark, okay? All right, family. Landmark. Hi, I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for bringing it. This is for you. Look, you have a bunch of stuff behind you. You get a little Just Because sign, crayons. You get a yard sign. Board Member Jaramillo has a yard sign. Oh, this is almost bigger than you. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do this.
Maybe we'll hold it behind him.
Hold him behind him. Let's do that.
Can I hold it behind you, Mateo?
There we go. Family, come on up. Let's take pictures. Yeah, good smile. Great job. Here we go. Oh, we got to hold proud family. Proud family. We got props. Props. Got it. There we go. That's the longest smile ever. Good job. So proud of you. So proud of you. All right. I'll see you tonight, okay? I'll honk.
Yes, there we go.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The ground's all wet, so you should be able to pop that in the ground pretty easy.
Pretty easy.
No excuses.
Okay, next we have our employee. And our employee this month is Haley Bowler, and she actually is our accounts payable technician. Haley's new with us this year. We're so happy she's here. Haley has family. Nate, come on up, because I embarrass everybody. Haley, thank you for everything that you do for us. And you also have a yard sign. I'm sure your bedtime may be a little longer than 9, so you'll be my second stop. Oh, Nate's saying it's not. So I'll honk extra super loud, you guys. Run out, post it, and send it to me. But we're so proud that you have chosen GSD, and thank you for everything that you do for us. So let's take pictures. Oh, did I lose my photographer?
No, she's over there.
Just because. You got to have props. Got our props.
Yep, you got to back up.
Scoot back. I'm good.
She and I worked together in the cold, rainy.
Yes, yes, I remember that. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate that. There you go. Awesome. Something for everybody. All right, with that, we have one more recognition. At this time, I'd like to recognize Board Member Hector Jaramillo, and he is receiving his... Did I scare you? Oh, you got chocolate? Oh, he gets chocolate, and he gets his certificate of orientation for ASBA. So congratulations to you, and thank you for your service.
Wait, you got the mask on. I'm like, do you have cooties?
All right, let's take a picture with the board and his
Supposed to be in the middle.
your certificate and his chocolate. There we go. Thank you. And with it, that concludes our celebrations. It's always a really exciting time when we get to do that and recognize our staff and any employees that we can. So thank you.
All right, moving on to our consent agenda. Are there any comments on the consent agenda this evening? All right, if not, is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda items?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Second.
Mr. Jaramillo, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Wilson, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Pimentel, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Bartels, how do you vote?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you. Moving on to reports and information items. Benchmark 2 assessment data, Ms. Sagata-Jones.
Yes, President Martinez, members of the board, this time I'd like to turn over to Ms. Norma Hadigi, and she will present Benchmark 2 data.
Good evening, Board President, board members, and Superintendent Sagata-Jones, and everybody in the audience. Yes, today we get to present some data, and luckily I got it in there so you could look at it in advance, so thank you. I'm going to start off with letting you know that, we're just really making a lot of progress, and our schools are working really hard, and so we're going to celebrate some data that you see here, but my little clicker is not working. I think I'm pressing the right button. There it goes. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start off with overall ELA data, and we do like to make comparisons. So these first two charts, and you'll see some other ones like it, we like to compare benchmark 1 this year to benchmark 2 this year. We also like to go back to last year and see if last year benchmark 1 to this year benchmark 1 we're making gains, and of course last year benchmark 2 to this year benchmark 2 to see if we're making some gains. So when you look at all of that, if you really study the data, you will see that on this chart for ELA, out of 18 possible data points that we could increase on, we've increased in 13. So we're excited about that. We'd like to see more, of course, but we're happy to see that. And this is ELA, so we're definitely making some gains, and we're definitely reducing minimally proficient. In math, we have improved in 15 out of 18 data points. Our next charts is where we see all of our schools, and we do organize them based on the highly proficient and proficient category. Something I know one of you noticed last time was you're seeing some of those lower minimally proficient numbers. So a lot of the work we're doing with literacy in the younger grades as they're rolling up is really helping. And, you know, we're doing a lot of that in K-5. We have some work to do in 6-8, but you'll see some good numbers. Obviously, we need to do better. All right, here's our math third grade. Seeing some lower minimally proficiency there as well. Here's our fourth grade ELA. Here is our fourth grade math, excuse me. Here is our fifth grade ELA data. Here's our fifth grade math data. Here is our sixth grade ELA data. So this one looks a little different. We are looking at this and just analyzing this, and we've taken some actions on some of the data here with our curriculum and instruction department, trying to get everybody out there to help support with what's happening with this grade level in particular. But you can see the kind of when I turned it, the stark difference a little bit. So at the end, we'll share kind of what we're doing with some of these grade levels. Here we have sixth grade math. You know, math has always been a need for us, but we're definitely seeing some improvements. Kids moving to the yellow, kids moving to the green. Here we have seventh grade ELA. You're seeing those minimally proficients reduce. Here's seventh grade math. Not where we want it, but we're seeing some improvements. Here is eighth grade ELA. And our last area of need, definitely for sure, because you can see the difference there as well, is eighth grade math. So at the end, I kind of put that last slide together to tell you what we're doing to help some of those grade levels. The next part is our diverse population data. So we kind of did the same thing here, doing the similar charts to the first few. So now I've got to find my place on my papers so I can tell you how we are doing on those. All right, so with English language arts with our English language learners, we are improving in 15 out of 18 categories. This year has been a big focus on our diverse populations, and so we're having teachers track. There's lots of different ways we're doing that with common formative assessments and data trackers. So we're glad to see some growth in our English language learners. For math, we are improving in 16 out of 18 data points. For our English language arts with our special education population, we are improving in 13 out of 18 data points. In math, for our students with disabilities, we are improving in 16 out of 18 data points. Again, not where we want to see some of this data, but we're making some gains and working with our schools in these areas. This is an area that we've been talking about. You know, we get kids that are already at grade level, possibly they're our gifted students, and we're always trying to keep them up there, but this is an area that is a need. Out of 18 data points for ELA, we improved in 11 out of 18, but we definitely need to look at that a little bit closer. For our math with our gifted students, we improved only in 9 out of 18, so only half of those data points, and so we definitely need to take a deeper dive there. And from some feedback I got last time, we kind of did a little bit of a different report here for iReady. Our iReady data is our kind of screener that we use at the beginning of the year. We give it in December, and then we'll give it again in May to kind of track how we're doing in reading. We have other measures we use, but this is kind of an overall screener. You'll see the average fall score for every grade level, the average winter score for every grade level, the percent of students that were on grade level. And remember last time we showed you the other categories of 1 year below, 2 or more years below. And one of the questions that I got last time was, well, how close were some of those students to that mark? And so we added that in the last 2 columns, and that's number of students, not percent. So if you look at the winter, 37% of our students in kindergarten were on or above grade level, and 100 of those students in the winter benchmark were within 10 points of being at grade level. So that's kind of what this chart tells you. And finally, when we get this data, there's always action that is taken. Some things are things that we continue to do throughout the year to support our administrators, our coaches, to support our sites. All of curriculum and instruction is out and about helping teams, helping schools, so we're never in our offices because we're always out at sites. But the 2 important things here that we did to take action are we saw some of that middle school ELA data, and so our curriculum and instruction department worked with the instructional coaches to provide them some additional support in doing close reading with grade level text. And it's like a 5-day structure that takes about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 when they get good at it, such that if they get good at it, you can shrink it to 3 days, because our kids really need access to read a cold read text, just a text they've never seen at grade level. What can I do? I can't read at grade level maybe, but I can get some strategies to be able to improve my ability to comprehend the text. So that's something that we did for ELA in general that will help our 6th grade ELA data that you saw. Additionally, we saw that 8th grade math was a need, so we took any of the schools that kind of were in that lower range. It was almost all of our schools, and we brought their math teachers in yesterday, so we took action very quickly. And we provided them a full day professional development, and it was all about planning, looking at conceptual understanding with 8th grade standards, using algebra tiles, and just all kinds of things. And they walked out with some solid plans and a way to spiral some of those EE standards. Those are the equalities and expressions and equalities. Thank you, everybody. I just remember them at ease, expressions and equalities, so that they could spiral that, because that's a very heavily tested standard on AASA. So I believe that went very well, and we got positive feedback from almost all of our teachers that were there. They do have some homework. They have to send us pictures, and we have a chat going, and they have to celebrate all the things they're doing that relate to what they were able to get from the PD in the classroom with students. So we're very happy about that, and we really think that will help some of that data move. And of course, we're just continuing on. Like our superintendent says, we have to stay the course and continue to do all the work that we're currently doing. And today we had a site leadership meeting, and all of our principals, we didn't stand in front of them today. Thank you, principals. They all stood in front of us and pretty much told us what they're doing, what was their data, what were their strengths, what were their needs, what are they going to do. And we got to ask questions and have a data dialogue today. So it was a great morning, and we're continuing on with the work. Do you guys have any questions or anything that you're wondering about?
Yeah, I'd like to go back to one of the slides with
Sure.
the ELA benchmark, the 2 benchmarks.
Is it the one with all the schools on it?
Yeah, like that one, perfect.
Like one of the ELL or SPED?
Any of them. But
Okay.
I was going to ask, these numbers, they're percentages, right?
Oh, yes, these are
And-
percentages. Thank you.
And the criteria is just proficient and not proficient, correct?
Proficient and highly proficient is what these numbers include.
Okay. And then the rest are just,
The rest are not proficient. They're either partially proficient or minimally proficient.
I just needed that clarification.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we definitely have a lot of work to do there. You know, we're including anchor charts with vocabulary and comprehension, and really working with our language acquisition department to provide additional tools for our teachers. A lot of our schools are participating in power writing to help our English language learners. So there's a lot going on. We just need to see it here, and sometimes it's slow move.
And do we know if educators are feeling supported at the moment with?
That's a great question. I think I think that it's a little bit of pressure and support with our educators, just trying to look at the data, know what the needs are, and then what are the supports that are needed to help them to do a better job. So I wouldn't be able to answer the question right now in this moment, but I believe that we do a lot to support our teachers. We have a lot of resources and materials, and our teachers get to meet in collaborative teams for 60 minutes a week. They get professional development on Wednesdays, and we even added that collaborative day, which came from Meet and Confer. So this past Wednesday, there was a collaborative day for teams to meet together. So we believe in the power of collaboration, and that really provides the support that teachers need. That's why we know we need to do some things different with middle school, because a lot of them are singletons. So we're kind of brainstorming, and we're going to continue to brainstorm ideas to help support our middle school teachers. I think that's a need.
I was just asking because I'm just imagining like being an educator and just looking at some of these results and imagining the demoralization, and that's why I asked, like, are they feeling supported right now?
Yeah.
What can we do better? That was it.
Yeah, when we do our data digs, they get to look at the data, they get to celebrate, and then we say, okay, so what are the needs and what can we do so we try to do both, so that, because there's celebrations in the data everywhere. And then there's places where we have to do better.
Thank you.
Board Member Jaramillo, if I may also, too, I know when we look at, obviously the goal is we want all of our students to be proficient, highly proficient, but also what's celebrated within their individual classrooms and when they come to collaborative teams is growth itself. So any type of growth, you may not be highly proficient, but if you've made any growth, and that's celebrated as well, so that teachers know that the work that they're doing is the right work, and they are seeing the growth. If there is not growth, then when they do their collaborative team meetings and principals and with their support teams look at why did we not see students grow and what additional supports you might need. But it's important yes, we know the end result is highly proficient. We want that for every student. But we have to also look at the growth, the smaller increments that they're making along the way.
Absolutely.
What I think is the most positive thing about this presentation is when you show those slides where you see their benchmark 2 statistics from last school year versus benchmark 2 statistics for this year. There is in almost every grade level down the line an increase in how well the students are doing based off those same sort of benchmarks we did last year. So we can definitely see that we are heading in the right direction. We are making positive movement, and that builds on itself. A strong 5th grader, when they're done with 5th grade, with what we're doing here, makes a stronger 6th grader next year. And that's just going to continue as long as we keep doing, going in the right direction that we're doing right now. We make interventions when we need to. We bring in people for professional development when we need to. So I just want to thank you and your team and all the staff members out there, principals, the APs, everyone that has a hand in this. This is a lot of work to do, and it's always going to be a challenge. And you can go one way and you can oh, well, we're only at 32%. Well, you were at 31% last year at the same time. So you're moving in the right direction. And next year, you're going to be at 33 or 34 or 35. So you just have to keep moving forward in that direction because there's always going to be a need for kids to learn. And I think that we are fulfilling our obligation to the families and the students by moving in that direction. So thank you for orchestrating a lot of that.
Thank you.
And I'd like to acknowledge the fact that, especially with the reading, the iReady reading diagnostic, when you're looking at kindergarten, which is, where you're laying that foundation in preschool and kindergarten, and you're seeing at the winner's slide that 37% are on or above grade average, and yet you got 100 that are within 10 points of getting there. If that foundation isn't there, they're in trouble the rest of their academic life. So to see that kind of data, I am very, very proud of. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Heidegge. All right, moving on in our agenda, we don't have any action items tonight. So, Ms. Cicada-Jones, tell us what we have coming up in our future meetings. Anything important?
Future meetings will bring February 8th as a certified administrative contract renewals at that time.
All right.
I don't know if this belongs on the agenda, probably does, but do you think maybe we could have some representation from the schools in the music area, maybe some singers or something before the board meeting? Do you think we could go back
To
to that?
have performances. Yeah, we had one scheduled, but then we changed in December. I believe we had to change, so we were trying to highlight signature programs in that.
Yeah.
So yes, we can get back on track with that. Mhm.
We can have Jerry sing again. You have an amazing voice, like a songbird.
President Martinez, members of the board, Superintendent Sadegata Jones, it's always better when the students get to perform, though. But if I'm made to, I will.
Yes, Board Member Wilson, we'll get back on track with that. Thank you.
All right. We'll move on to the summary of current events. It's been a busy month, maybe? Ms. Sagata-Jones?
Yeah, it has been. I have a couple things. I want to recognize that Landmark and Discovery have the amazing artwork in the back. Thank you to those art teachers and the students for their phenomenal work. Read to the Final Four. We're still in that competition. We have schools that are now, we got that information this afternoon before the board meeting, that they're in the final 64, then it gets down to the final 32. The final 64 right now are Smith, Burton, Landmark, and Challenger. So congratulations there. Yeah. Last Saturday, we had a job fair. Great success. We had a lot of people come in. It was wonderful. So thank you to HR for that. Spelling Bee took place as well. And Noelle from American was our winner. It went like 25 rounds. That might have been the longest we had. Repercussion was the winning word. So it was exciting. That was exciting, the Spelling Bee. Basketball season is off and going, even though we're still trying to get through the Super Bowl. But basketball for us is going. And System of Care, Saturday, Market on the Move. And also we have the RX Take Back is taking place this Saturday. And then we have Vitatex Prep starts next Wednesday. Also this week, 100th Day celebrations. So I have a little thing we put together. Thank you, schools and teachers and staff for participating in that. That's a critical attendance day for us. And so Adriana has put this incredible video together for us to look at. So thank you. That's great. One more item I have is we're getting ready to do our launch our kindergarten campaign, and so that's what we've been working on new marketing with that. We did some recordings, different types of venues we're trying to do with our staff. You'll see there the online registration link is live now. Paid and organic social media campaign is happening. We have it on Instagram and also TikTok and other Facebook, other social media outlets. We're doing emails. We're doing a video pre-rollouts will be coming out, radio advertisements, the digital out-of-home ads and gas stations and retailers is coming. Yard signs at each site will be there. And then the kindergarten bags, what you see on the right, will go to all of our kindergartners as well. So really trying to take a different approach to marketing to get our new kindergartners in, and that's been the work of our director, Adriana Parsons. So thank you so much for that. And with that, I'd just like to say thank you to all of our teachers and administrators for working on your benchmarks, and obviously students. It's a lot of work, I know that, but you see the gains, and we are proud of it. It's long work and hard work, but stay the course, and we'll get there. It's always about continuous improvement. And with that, that concludes my presentation.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the governing board reports. We'll start down at the end with Mr. Jaramillo with his Arizona School Board Association Boardsmanship Certificate today. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I just want to thank all the educators out there for making it 100 days. I remember when I was working in schools, those days just kept getting longer and longer between each break. But thank you. I want to keep this short so we can leave earlier.
All right, Ms. Wilson.
Well, not a whole lot different than the 2 weeks prior to this, but thanks to everyone for the hard work you did on the benchmarks. I know those are very difficult, and it's hard to make sure all the kids are there than the makeups when they're not there, and that's always a challenge. But and then with all the flu and the gunk that's been going around, I hope everybody stays healthy, and that's it. Thanks to all of you for all your hard work.
All right, thank you. Ms. Pimentel.
I guess I'm going to sound like a broken record. Thank you, everybody. The work that you do goes seen by us, definitely, but it's, I know it's a labor of love and it's a labor of frustration sometimes, but thank you for all you do. And I just want to point out on the 100 days, there was one of the slides that said, I'm 100 days smarter. And I think that speaks volumes. So thank you for doing that for our children.
All right, thank you. Ms. Bartels.
Well, I want to congratulate again all three of our students that will be representing us at the regional spelling bee. I'm excited to go and sit there and, again, silently cheer and wonder what the heck those words are. It's a challenge. I enjoyed seeing the 100-day pictures that have been on our social media pages for all our campuses, and then shout out to our technology night that we had a couple weeks ago. I don't know who was more excited, the students or the staff. So a lot of great, enthusiasm from everybody, that was participating. Those are just always fun events to attend. So thank you, and thank you all for everything you guys do every day.
All right. Thank you. I will end with, again, reiterating, I am thankful for everything that you guys do. Everybody who's maybe watching the video at home or something, that all the great progress that we're making on the benchmarks, keep at it. Like I said, it's going to be a constant challenge. It's a constant struggle sometimes, but you can see the results. We are seeing results now, and we will continue to see the results as long as we stay the course. And as for the 100 days, I'm a big fan of the 100 days. Usually, when people talk about big days, it's like, it's just another day. But 100 days is actually very, very important for school districts. So it was great to see all the celebrations, but no one is talking about the fact that there are parents and grandparents out there that are home-ridden because the kids stole their walkers and their canes, and no one even cares about them. I don't know. I just want to put it out there for everybody. Also, congratulations to our spelling bee winner. What was the word? Repercussion? Yeah, I tried to write it like 2 or 3 times. I think, no. No, that's a spell check thing. So congratulations on that. Spelling is not a skill that I have. If every other line doesn't have a squiggly line under it, it means I've spelled a word so bad that even autocorrect can't figure out what I'm trying to say. So congratulations for that. And I would like to end on a note that today is January 25th. So gentlemen, you have 3 weeks to finish buying your Valentine's Day present. And women, just because you're women doesn't mean you're off the hook. There should be some sort of gift that we get like a chocolate thing or something, or a case of beer. I don't care, whatever. Forget, recognize the people that you love, and be happy. 3 weeks away, that will sneak up on you before you know it. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.